Ah, how brave do you have to be an actor? Does being a soldier help? Or anybody in the military? Is there fear in both realms? These thoughts and more. Anyway, theme of today. I was curious about I wanted to chat about the journey between from a soldier who become actors or military people who transition into I hate the word, into the entertainment field, and the fears they either face or the fears they don't have because the field they were in. Like, does being, obviously, I'm just going to use myself, does being a Green Beret make the quote unquote fears of acting easier, harder, indifferent? Um, so like, I refer to this a lot. It's called my spectrum of suck. Like, how the width, like the things you are capable of dealing with throughout your life, it's relative to your experience. So I really try not to judge others' experience. If somebody has led a sheltered life, yeah, I might roll my eyes when they complain about their little tootsies hurting because they've been standing too long. But I also know my spectrum of suck is wider than some little princess that was born and raised in the valley in California and went straight into filmmaking. So it's comfort is definitely a factor because, yeah, it's like the inconveniences that are in the entertainment industry suck. And I'm not talking about getting discovered and all that bullshit. Just like, let's say, just average working actor, or not average, but just an average day in the life of a working person in the entertainment industry. Those being in the military help deal with the quote unquote discomfort. Fuck yes. Like getting and again, it's relative to your job in the military. Getting shot at, pooping in Ziploc bags, marching forever until your feet, the flesh on your feet literally sloughs off in bloody pus-filled blisters. Yeah, that kind of makes standing on your feet for a long day on set, even if it's a shitty, I think they call them honey pots. I can't remember. Honey wagons, crazy small trailer. So like when you see actors say, "Look at my trailer," unless they're like Tom Cruise or Will Smith, our trailers are always a joke, and we're definitely taking pictures at special angles to make it look cooler. like, um, yeah. So like, I'm looking at my notes. It's definitely as far as the pain or discomfort, absolutely it helps. Now, does the experience of being again for me as a Green Beret, the fears I had there, because anybody that acts like they're not scared when they're doing deployments or combat, it's a joke. It's that whatever that quote is that I'm going to butcher. It's acting in spite of fear or overcoming that fear to do something that's the cool, badass, courageous stuff. So does acting help? I don't know, therapize that fear. I know some actors, particularly some I met at the Strasberg Institute in Los Angeles. I know a particular Marine. He was pretty. I don't know his experience, but he was a for the sake of simplicity, he was messed up, and acting for him was therapy. Which acting I'll never say should be therapy, because if you're acting for therapy, um, that's not what it should be for. You need to have therapy. But the act of creating art for him, I do endorse. It was therapy because it gave him an outlet to create, which that was the therapy. If you're using acting as a certain role, like if you were traumatized and abused as a child and you're using that as to play a character that did that or had that happen to them, that's fucked up. That's not that's trying to use acting for therapy. So yeah, I know sometimes that has been a thing. For some reason, I have a very dualistic brain. I love black and white science, and I also love creating artsy fartsy shit. So I'm my own worst enemy. So yes, um, it does help me conquer or find or satisfy that need to create. Absolutely. Now, I'll kind of like, my last point is what it does for me. I notice is, because I acted long before I joined the military. I was in theater, and I was a theater nerd. I did indie films with my buddy before indie films were cool, with Small Potato Films in Pocatello, Idaho. Um, the actor then compared to the actor now, I am actually less inhibited, less self-conscious, and I don't honestly. Maybe I can give some of the credit to the military. It's not like the military made me more comfortable playing, eccentric roles, but like the self-conscious, inhibited, like worried what other people think. Jeff, what pre-military definitely existed, was the thing. That was who I was, as far as how I performed and how I played a role. Post-military, I don't know if it's because the military kind of killed my give a fuck, which is sometimes a bad thing, but in this case, it's a good thing. Because it's like, I don't give a fuck. At least somebody's not shooting at me, or I don't give a fuck. At least I'm sleeping in a bed tonight. So it's like, all right, if you need me to act like a jackass, or if I need to act all, lovey-dovey, or whatever character I need to play, whatever. So yeah, I think there's that element. And I guess now the last point, there's also, ironically, this during the military, when we had to do, for me at least, because my job was unique, we had to do some stuff where, look, I'm not going to make it sound like we were cool Jason Bourne CIA agents or operatives, but we had to do some like secret squirrel stuff where we had to basically pretend to not be military for the sake of the simplicity of this story. We had to be undercover. That's just keeping it simple. Call me out on it, and I will fight you. And that it was funny because even though and it's because I had theater and whatever acting experience prior to the military, I did very well at that because I wasn't as scared or inhibited or bad. Because there were some guys, I'm not gonna shit on them, but like they'd be like, you could see like we'd try to be acting basically like not Green Berets in various scenarios with interacting with assets or targets or whatever. And you obviously we look like we're big, tall, white American dudes, so it's not like we can't act like that. But to get rid of your military bearing, to get rid of your military isms, to get rid of your alpha male stuff, to act to the antithesis of what a Green Beret is, requires acting. And acting helped me in those scenarios, because I was, skills I learned as acting, as far as like evaluating a character and all these things, absolutely helped. Whereas one of my teammates would be like, he looked like a Green Beret acting like he wasn't a Green Beret. And he was like, it was like, hello, I am so-and-so. I am not a Green Beret. Roger. Like he just sucked. It was like, but then like they're like, all right, the event or the thing would be over, and they need to go back to being casual. So it's just experience. It's like people when they can be talking and animated, but the minute they have to give a speech, they're like, they suck at being a human. And you actually see it in acting. Like people be super jovial like this in between takes, and the minute they call action, they become like just really shitty. So yeah, that's it. I'm very curious. Anybody in the military, your thoughts on this? The transition from acting to like the entertainment industry, and how was the resilience for you? The courage it requires, or required, or created. Viewers that aren't in the military, please give me your thoughts, comments, questions, curiosities, and everyone, please, just bare minimum, just like the video. I'm curious what I can do with this freaking platform, and I literally need your help. So subscribe if you want. That would be awesome too. Comment, that helps a lot too. And then obviously there's going to be a thing or something for other videos. Please you know, if you just need toilet sounds, not literally the sounds of toilet, but stuff to listen to while you're going to the bathroom, dudes that spend 30 minutes on the toilet. I watch YouTube while I'm doing cardio, because cardio sucks. So please, all that stuff, like, comment, subscribe, listen. It really is helping me. I cannot wait to tell everyone what this might turn into. So thank you, everyone. Have a good one.